CB24's Melissa Duggan joining us now live at Golden Mile Station, telling us what it looks like on the road. I see you're bundled up, Melissa. Very good for the indoor and outdoor stations, you're telling us. So what's it been like for you sharing this day, which many people are saying is so important for transit in our city? What's it like sharing that day with them?
You know, lots of great energy coming from people who are taking this Line 5 for the very first time today. A lot of them, you know, making a point of being out here, getting this experience in, and of course, taking advantage of that free ride. That includes people on this train right now. This, of course, train heading to Kennedy Station. So it is heading east right now to where we started off the day at Kennedy Station. As you mentioned, this is the Golden Mile stop. This is what you could expect at those stops that don't have an indoor station. So this is where you would board. Basically, we're also getting some instructions from TTC workers exactly where to line up to catch the train. So if for this instance, we have people going down to the other end of this platform here to be able to catch the train once it arrives. I also want to show you something else too, where you would tap your Presto card when you have to pay, because today it is free, but tomorrow you're going to have to tap your Presto card, tap your credit card, however you want to pay. So a couple of these stations here. So it's going to be outside where you tap before getting on board the train. So something to keep in mind as we get used to this new Eglinton Crosstown LRT. And I just noticed a train coming up behind us here. Something else people are talking about is that, of course, no signal a priority at this point. That is something that's expected to come online a little bit later on. This is considered kind of a soft launch of Line 5, a gradual phased in opening. We're expecting service to pick up, speed to improve over the coming weeks and months. Oh, and I'm just hearing the overhead announcement right now. The speaker telling us that the train is arriving to Golden Mile right now. So giving anyone who is standing here the heads up, get ready to board the train as it comes into the station. I want to share some of the feedback we've been getting. I was talking with one gentleman, Wolf, about his experience. He uses a wheelchair. What's the accessibility like so far along the Crosstown LRT? Here's what he's telling me.
The elevators are a lot wider, so they can fit 2 devices. And when I say can fit 2 devices, you can pretty much dance in them. My sister here can turn her chair around almost in a full 360 without even hitting mine. Whereas in the elevators for Line 2, you can't even do that.
My first impression is this is great. It is so great to see so many Torontonians, whether you're a transit enthusiast or just a regular TTC rider, have so many smiles on their faces, because finally we get a line that we deserve.
So just to give you an idea of sometimes the wait that we're seeing with trains at intersections like the one behind me here at Eglinton and Warden is that it could be at a stop for quite some time before crossing. We're just seeing that happening right now. More transit riders stopping in this area at the moment. And again, that's going to be stopping a little bit further down the track here. We've been talking with a number of government officials today, too, about this, major opening of a transit line in our city, stretching some 19 kilometers, 25 stops along the way from Kennedy to the east all the way to Mount Dennis in the west. Some of the officials we're talking to, including Transportation Minister, the mayor as well, all touting this as a major achievement. But of course, it has been a long time coming. We were expecting it to open some 6 years ago. So a much delayed project here, more than $1 billion over budget. But the plan here to get people moving. Have a listen.
By the way, it's going to be faster by the end of the month because of the transit signal priority, and we're laying down the tracks, and it'll be even better by May. So lots of things to come, but I'm excited. This is the first morning, and I see people with a smile on their face. So finally.
I think that is going to continue to improve. Also, another point in the tunnel diversion, we are going to increase the speed of the tunnel diversion. This is truly the bedding in period of this line, and so as we continue to move forward and continue to gain more experience and comfort on the line, the speeds will increase, and signal priority will also be there, both on Line 5 and on Line 6.
I want to give you an idea exactly where we are right now. Again, I mentioned we're at the Golden Mile, so that's the stop right here. Started the day off at Kennedy, so just a few stops down the line. We did ride through Line 5 quite a bit further west as well, just to take that whole experience in. I can tell you it is a very smooth ride. Some travelers saying that they were hoping it would be a little bit faster. Where they did notice that speed really pick up is the underground portion of the Eglinton Crosstown LRT. Of course, that section, it is mostly west of Yonge Street, so that's where you can experience that. They say it feels like being on a subway, basically. Lots of high ceilings they're telling us about. So a different experience when you're underground versus at this surface level right now. One thing to appreciate, though, at this moment, while it is very cold, at least it is nice and sunny. So kind of an optimistic start here, Andrew, to this brand new transit line in our city. Back to you.
Well, Melissa, you're always good at bringing the sunshine to the newsroom, so thank you very much for this report. We'll check in with you soon. Stay warm out there.